Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and go further.
At their own 16-yard line.
They'll begin here with a run with Charbonnet. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 5.
19 seconds. Here we go. Set. Count. 7 Pirates.
They're going to look to throw. Left side, he finds Smith-Njigba. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards for number 11.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hawk 70. Hawk 18 Cardinal. 60 Eagles.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 7. You talk about this Falcon defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results are pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And Walker once more. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Walker now in 1st and 10. Fighting through. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready. Bronco 80. Ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man is Barner, the tight end. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Ready.
Walker. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
60 by 6. 60 by 6.
Here's 2nd and 8. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack, and that makes things tougher here on 3rd and goal.
Ready.
Back to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Well, they moved the ball well there on the opening series. Running game was in sync. They were knocking on the doorstep, but ultimately, Charles, they'll have to settle for the field goal.
But they certainly were moving it well, and give this defense a ton of credit. Finally dug their heels in and forced the field goal. That's what it is, game partner. Will this offense look back at this drive and think to themselves, if we'd gotten 6, we'd be in a better spot.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
At their own 35-yard line.
Outside, so I'm staying this side. Shawty, you would not vibe to the coop. Like Tupac. I see a bunch of mean guys in the band and a tie. Don't know the west side, give it side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. Ain't surprised to ride the killer vibe. Probably the reason you die trying to feel alive, but I'm incentivized by in the thighs. Ripping on the
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10.
Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Kappa. Set. 12. Ready. Set.
Here's Herbert. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll drop to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up, because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
Let's go.
Now it's Herbert. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14. Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Lion.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Back to throw here, Herbert. Robinson's got it. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Let's go.
Herbert. Worcester picks it. He's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons are able to add on to that lead. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Down the left sideline. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. 93 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. He was over 100 yards a week ago, and he's well on his way once again.
Say it with me, partner. Encore, encore. This guy's headed towards getting it done one more time.
Okay, ready?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go.
Toss left side for Walker. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the Falcons' 23-yard line.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
And they'll try to run the option here. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
It's 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Baylor Tiger.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
Hook up a 15 yards there. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
And no move to get Herbert off the field. They're going for this.
On 4th down, Herbert.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nicky Manwari. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock.
Now he's free at the 35.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he's got it. So they get the 2-point conversion, and with that, this game suddenly tied as we reach the end of the first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. To get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
This fielded right at the goal line. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
26-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, ram.
Herbert now. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's taken down, but able to slim across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's Herbert. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Go. 380. Go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Set.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Go.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Mr. Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Falcons have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Extra point by Fairbairn